Okay, hello. How you do? Mm, Continuing. I'll keep my my mug of coffee here. Right. Continuing with the, I activated the key viz so you can see my keyboard inputs. That was. Thank you for the feedback, by the way, everyone. I read through every comment and I want to include you in the videos as much as possible. Right. Continuing with the B-bomb site. I have a slight problem with how I'm gonna lay this out. So this is, this just looks really messy. I want to use this lane. I'm gonna cut everything this here out, but like the idea here is to have the B main going pretty close against the edge of like this building. I'm gonna move this wall. But I want to condense everything here so that you don't have to run so much when you're coming back. And some sort of a, like, I would want to activate the T side a little bit more so they don't feel so stuck in B main. I get that, like, you kind of have to make them feel like a little bit stuck because this is the area. Like, if they get this area, then they can get the connector here. I will have to test some things out. Maybe I'll push this a little bit like back over here, and actually move this a little bit that way. Let me turn my volume down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, but like instead of having this so far, so much further up, I think it'll fuck up some balance things with the rotation time, so that you can actually fake out. You can fake out going like behind here, so it's not necessarily a B-side split truly, you know? I want to mess around with that thing. I want to make this loop a little bit longer so that it's easier to defend the B-side. And also that, like, I explained it very poorly, but I want to make it a little bit longer so that a double, like a pincer take on B side is more like an actual pincer take. It's not just like, oh, we just rush everything. When the gameplay on a map just boils down to rushing, it becomes very boring. Some maps, some very fast-paced maps, actually they feel more fun when there's more pushing. Tons of like pushing mechanics going on, and then you have to retake. But it gets, Counter-Strike is one of those games that it gets super tiresome if you have to do the same exact thing every round. Yeah. At least it's for me. I think I nailed this part and the middle and the A. I think everything here along here is pretty much okay. But this is just B main is still kind of pretty much like out there. So let's start with deleting all of this and this because we don't need that. And then also the wall is super weird. There was some issue. I wanted to make this flush. It's like weirdly tilted. Which corner is? Oh, this is up somehow. Oh, I know why it is. Yeah, this is flat. This is flat. This is sloped. This is sloped. What is this? There's something that's... Oh, it's here. Okay. But what is this? Oh. There you go. Yeah, I had to push this down like 8 units so that this is not a headshot angle. But right now I'm thinking of like just pushing it up. Like back that 8 units up. Don't think it's a big deal, to be honest. It's gonna be 48 units. Right now it's like, I don't mind headshot angles. This is definitely powerful. But it's like if you're back here, you know, you're completely exposed. But then like when you get closer to the wall, you have more cover. I think that's completely fine. I would want there to be, well, we'll see if this is a problem, but like I guess we're defending the bomb site like from outside and taking the bomb site actually. This might be really good. I might have to close these doors a little bit so that they're like 160 units wide only. So that it makes defending the bomb site a little bit easier. And also the structure of the bomb site, you know, it's very uninspired. It's just a couple of boxes. I want to do something more with that. This is very powerful position. It's like barrels on overpass or like dust 2 back box. But it's fine. It's fine for that to be powerful. Yeah. And then I made that. Actually, I don't know which things you guys have seen and which you haven't. Like the little small edits. I think at the end of the last video I was just like, oh, I'm tired. Yeah. Don't want to do that anymore. Okay. Let's start with making this corner here. So initially, I thought I would want to have this like a like only a tight little pathway that would like curve like an S. But now I'm thinking that I should probably make it so that it's straight. Like it would be kind of a perfect position for a vent. But I don't necessarily want a vent here. I think it's time for me to stop trying to shove vents everywhere. Let's just make like a nice snowy passage. Mm-hmm. See how clean that is, right? And then I can even, with like a couple units, I can make it little bit wider. I do want it to be like really skinny, so that it's dangerous to push through. I think that's good. I think that's good. Maybe this angle should be like little bit rounded off. Yeah. And then I want the entrance to be like maybe I don't know, maybe here. Like right now, if we look at the, I think this just feels like very natural to be holding from here. And then T's could smoke this off. And then now you have this position here that you can push behind, right? And then also, holding from here, you can see over this. And then you can move back and then you can fight this. And then if you lose the outside, then you're like, ah, fuck this. You gotta go under. And now you're here. And now you can actually hold off the heaven and lower. And then you can smoke this off. So I think that's pretty good. I can move that a little bit back so there's like a back cubby there. I like that. I like that. And then if I want to make, let's make all of this a little bit smaller. Yeah, I like this. This is very clean. Very simple. Simple and clean. Kingdom Hearts 1 fans will be like, what? No way. Okay, how about that? wish I could play some music on stream. Could play some Lamorite music in the background. That's not gonna get claimed. Maybe I put this here so that it's like if you actually push behind here, it's you have some actual cover, right? Okay, I do need a cut. Okay, the problem is now is about how do we position the main? So I do want it to be like a little bit of a courtyard. No, it can't be here. Could be... Let's see. Let's actually erect some walls here. You twisted people are gonna laugh at the erect word. Hahaha. There you go. I don't like the 50-50 there. Like that's so hardcore. Maybe I'll make like maybe I'll make like fences around so you can like actually cover on both sides. And then there's then if a smoke lands in the middle here, you know, you can take cover behind that. I do want this choke point to be hard to take. And maybe this wall I'm like reconsidering. Let's move this a little bit forward so that it actually can be used by... Oh no, never mind. Let's make it the width of this. It's meant to be like a cover like this way, and it actually can be used by a player like coming around there, so let's put it that way, right? Cool. Now I'm risking there's a risk that these angles are like directly above each other, so we don't want that. I'll make this shorter a little bit. So now it's 256, yeah. Cool, let's compile. Meanwhile, let's hop in game. Swap the knife, because I want something else. Subclass change 5. Let's take the flip knife. I've been enjoying that lately. It's nice. It doesn't have the crisp sound anymore. Now it's like a click, which actually like reflects the flip knife better, I reckon, but you know. Exact practice. Let's whip out the AWP. P250. P250. So I like the middle. I like it a lot. So you have a natural control of CTs pushing out of short, but you don't have a natural control of CTs like pushing up middle. So I love that dynamic. And then on the right side, you have this rotation control between the CT, like back here. You can control that as a T. You can walk up this, very nice, very nice. But yeah, all the CT controlled areas, which are like this, back in here, this, and CTs can push up middle. They can, you know, smoke either side as a one CT player. They can push behind here, for example. I think that's very powerful. And then on here, on this side, they can smoke this and then push up here. And now they have a very powerful headshot angle, which I don't mind. And they have, you know, if that's open, you know, they can control a little bit of the CT or the terrorists pushing around here. But there's a safe route around. So CTs don't lock the Ts completely out. Yeah, and then Ts don't have to peek into here. I probably do want to make it so that there's like I mean, as a CT, you could always molly that. I'm fine with that though. We'll see if that's like completely inappropriate. Then I'll just pop a fence there. It's fine. Right. Imagine this being like all snowy and like very cold looking. I want to make this like a kind of a CT hidey hole, like maybe like make this a little bit deeper and then like some sort of a deep cover here. I want to make it super safe for CTs to play here. Right now it's not that very safe. And this, I think this needs to be a little bit longer, maybe. CT positions. Yeah, that gets smoked. Now they can watch here. And then T's can boost over. Whoa. Jump. Yeah, I think it's cool that you have to make sound here. I don't think you can boost on top of the wall here, so you have to jump. So CTs always know if there's someone on the roof, and then they can also wallbang it, so I think that's kind of cool. I think that's kind of cool and kind of smart. Smart map making. Yeah, I definitely want to make this a little bit longer. Let's see here. Let's ponder my options. Probably want to make a little lip there. I think it feels nicer if there's a if it like. Well, actually, I don't know. Let's not do that. Maybe it needs to be skinnier. You can always look better. Maybe I'll add this here. What did I do? Pushed it in the wall. Yeah, that's tight now. I like that though. It makes rotating between these areas super risky, and it I kind of like I'm thinking of would making it like a jump. Would that be any cool? I don't know though. And I think there's a good harmony between the outside area and the indoor area actually being like, you know, what you have outside you can see or reflects what's inside. Kind of poetic, isn't it? Reflects. It's like real life. Oh. Okay, cool. Then also that the knock-on effect there is that this is a little bit longer. I want to make this a little bit like bit steeper of a slope. Should it be a little bit... I could make like a little doorway here. Oh, that's so cursed. Just a teeny tiny doorway. That gets a little bit deeper so that there's like a little respite there. Let's make a stair. Let's turn this into... Let's make it 12 units wide. Or long. Deep. Build. Not a vis contributor. And then we can make... It's a snowy step. Then we can put a little light there. So that you can see... It's not a little light, that's a massive... I think like a bluish light, very cold light would make it look... No, let's make like a sickly, kind of a greenish yellow. I think that is still too bright. I like to be like kind of dim. One of those lights that hums, goes like buzzes. Awesome. I want to add a soundscape here. Or is it ambient generic? It is. Start volume 10. Let's put it like 5. Buzz. Not that one. Okay, I think I don't know if this is gonna work. I love adding these. Oh, I want to add one here. I think the sound that had electric. What was that? This is perfect for. I'm thinking that this room is gonna be like an HVAC room, you know. It has like has like giant like vacuums here, you know. Can I put a cricket here? These are all. Wind. This is perfect for a bomb site sound. I want to put it in the middle. I'll put one in B side later. Perfect. I know I'm supposed to use soundscapes, but I don't know how those work, so I think that's a little bit too loud, maybe. It's too loud. Okay, perfect. Let's compile and see. I love these like double stacked cargo container crates. They add so much. And it's like, you could say that it's like, you know, it's generic and whatever. I think it's cool. I think it's so simple. So iconic to Counter-Strike. Right, let's jump in the game. Yeah, definitely this being deeper, I think that's a good thing. This being such a powerful position, but it has a counter, you can just smoke it off, you know? So I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Take the CT side. Where's my knife? Actually, let's pick it up. Cool. And this feels nice. This feels nice, yeah. And then coming out of here, little doorway, you can get a little bit deeper of a position here. Have cover. If someone pushes, you can just almost go in there. Let's put the volume up. Let's see if it works. There's no audio. My bad. Yeah, now like look at the setup. This being here and this being here, I don't think that's that bad. Also timing wise, I think it's perfect. Haven't tested the timings yet, but you know, I don't think there's gonna be that much to test. I mean, I gotta go everything like through everything obviously, but you know, I think it's gonna be pretty good straight from the word go. I think this is nice also. You can watch B main from short. And if you get stuck, you can just fall back and molly this. Then you can fall back even more. Actually, this I gotta think this through. There's not much that you can fall back behind here. Maybe you'll just have to go this way. But now you're open to main, so you get kind of stuck. Like looking at this bomb site, you have good positions to play, but you don't really have stuff to fall back to. So maybe that's like something that I have to address. In Counter-Strike, the biggest, one of the biggest things that dictates how fun it is to play is how much how worthwhile playing any position is. So in Counter-Strike, obviously, the time to kill is incredibly low. So all it takes is pretty much just like half a second spray to kill someone. It's like with the AK, one tap to the head, you know? So if you can manage how many fights you can manage, how worthwhile can you make 1 2-minute round with a potential 45-second bomb plant? How many of these fights can you manage? If the map doesn't give you any of these situations where, or kind of like, you have to fight against the map where you're in a position like this, and then it's the only position that you can play, and you get robbed by not having any position that you can fall back into, then what's the point? It doesn't feel satisfying to play the map. And also on the T side, when you're pushing, if you don't have a challenge, like, okay, I'm gonna push this, and then I push the CT down and I move forward closer, like here, and I have this fight, you know, if this fight is not rewarding to me, if I don't get, from winning this fight, I don't get the second room or whatever, like here you get a very powerful deep position here. But if I don't get that, then what's the point of pushing? Just like you just end up dying. Let's make this deeper. I want that to be a little bit more of like a save haven. And that deeper, yeah. The stairs are kind of random there, you know? But start pitch. Is there spawn flags? Start silent. Yeah, that's what we had. That's why they don't work. And also the is not looped. Pretty sure that means that it doesn't loop it. The double negatives, I fucking hate those. It's not looped. I don't know if it's just only me, but it's like, is that hard to understand by anyone? I know that this is like kind of random, having the stairs go up to the roof, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Let's make this choke point. So I gotta have a pretty tall wall on this side. It's actually, no, yeah, I do wanna keep it. Yeah, let's keep that. Yeah, I can make this area interesting later on. Right now it's fine to be that boring. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Okay. Let's take this here. I think I'll be fine if I add a wall in front of this, and then I'll just have 2 of these. Just to point out, you cannot boost over there. Gonna make it so that you can't. Let's take these. Just control being everything here so that I don't get like misaligned anything. Ooh, could you boost over the... Wait, this is gonna be so cool. If you could boost over this so you can see the... Yeah, that's kind of cool, right? No? Okay, never mind. Let's get the gate. Put it over here. Could put it on the ground. You know, that's been like... It's fallen off of its hinges. It's off the hinge. There we go. 192. It's unhinged. Let's make it only 1 unit thick, right? So you can hear the players when they are rushing. You can hear them stomp over the thing. Huh? Ain't that cool? Then if this is bad, I can always like just push it back if it's too close. Also the door, this I want to make that deeper. I actually want to make that a position that you can push into. Cool. Oh, you can't make the angle there. I do want to make it so that you can see the angle. If it's, is it this? No, it's this. No, but that's kind of dumb. If I were to push this like more to the left, wouldn't be such an issue. Oh, but that's kind of cool. Like you can see the players over the wall. Don't know if I want that actually. Could make it this way so that it's like you're always exposed to there. That's the first angle. Then you cross it, and you have another angle there. Let's compile this. Let's see. Let's see how it turns out. Oh, and this here I could just angle. Like I could have like a banana action going in there. Let's put it like that. What is going on? Yeah, I might want to have to push it back a little bit, but we'll see. I like snow. Snow is nice. I'm also very Finnish. Very Finnish. Okay. Another compile. I'm gonna be testing with bots very soon, just to see how the map plays with bots. I think that's gonna be fun. This gap underneath here, there's a little secret to it. You can see the legs. Well, okay. Got interrupted by the compile. Well, let's take T side. T side knife. like the T-knife a lot. Okay. I put a beanie on. Now my hearing through the headphones is different because they don't sit flush with my ears. Okay, anyway. Alright, there's a very important angle change here. I want to show this to everyone. So you have cover behind these barrels, right? But the real point is to get a better angle up onto the CT, or the T pushing here. See? I think I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller or something. But that's an interesting position because, like, from here, you peek into here, and you're not necessarily exposed into the left side, like in the mid main. Yeah, well, I want to check that out. Back alley here. Nice deep doorway. Bomb side main. Heaven angle. Doorway. Oh, you can definitely boost up here to see the door. Oh, that's so cool. Cool fight. And you can also cover away. You can look for the boost. I think this area is so interesting now. You can disagree all you want. It's also with like adding these like tall walls everywhere. Just like helps to solidify the piece of map into the rest of the level so well. I'm thinking, should I turn this into like a underpass garage thing? That would justify this building being like very skinny. And then later on, if it's an issue with like terraced side rotating away, I could make like a one-way here. They could also boost. It would make sense for this area to be like so close. Like if I keep this outside, then this building is gonna be like super skinny because I do want to push this a little bit that way. Yeah, and it would be probably kind of nice to have another one of these like covered positions. I would want to add like one pillar to the underground, and then you would go like indoors, and then you would come outdoors like this, and then you have the bomb side main. The timing here has to be very tight, because otherwise the CTs can just block you off in here. I don't think that's necessarily that bad, but there has to be something to play around here. T-spot is very open now. Let's check the timings a little bit. It's around 8 seconds. 6, 7. Unintentional, I'm sorry. I meant to say 6 to 7 seconds. That's longer, that's 8 seconds. Check the timing to B main. 8, 11, 12, 13. That's the longest route. I think this is gonna be like 11 or something. 10, 11. Yes, sir. 11 on the dot. That's good. That's good. T's are already out. Like, this is an interesting timing here. Like, T's will be out pretty much like here when the CT peaks from there. So that's interesting. It's like they're kind of like pushing down mid already. Let's see how that works. That might be actually kind of cool. Then short, I think this is like 11 or 12 seconds. $11 seconds. Let's see. Might have to push the CTs down a little bit more. Yeah, that's kind of cool that you can get there. Kind of solidifies B side as like very secure, right? 10, 12, I mean 11, yeah. Gotta make, so I want to make the T's 1 second faster here. And I want to make T's 1 second slower here. Don't really know how that's gonna happen. Sorry if you can hear these. It's my fingers. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't really know how to do that. Like I could make like a little loop-de-loop. So the T's have to go like this, but that feels unintuitive. Yeah, I gotta figure this out. Maybe later. Right now it would be like a pretty good time to do that. I'm thinking like there could be like a split if you wanna rush B. The downhill could start from here. Then if you wanna go mid, you would have to go like here and then straight. I think that's what I have to do. And then like that would make T-spawn a little bit more interesting. You would have 2 lanes. You would have 2 lanes indeed. I could make a T-spawn a little bit like a kind of a cliff face. Like a rocky, you know, like a very dry, bleak. Lots of wind, yeah? So I want to check out the volume. Oh, it works. Oh, that's so loud. Let's send the max audible distance to like... How long is this? This is like 160, make it to like 200. 200. 250. I love doing audio stuff in maps. Wait, is there a soundscape? There is. But is that the middle one? Interesting. Oh. Right. We do have a soundscape in the map. And I think these might be the same. Roof vent distant. Roof vent distant wind. Right, these are the same. Wind. I love these. These are so cool. Let's use this here. I think that's kind of cool. Actually, don't know if this is copied. And then here, vent. Very nice. Oh, but that's perfect. Is this might be actually the same assault parking tunnel. Did I turn this to be... Oh no. Okay, fun stuff. I still haven't made the gap. Probably should make the gap. Let's make the texture lock. Oh, I have 64 grid. I don't want that. There we go. There we go. I think that's way nicer. Lean. Okay. Players are so gonna struggle with this. I can't make the jump. Okay, well, I'll make it easier for you. Make it so easy that you will piss your pants. I gotta figure out B-sides cover. I landed on the... Nice sound. I hate that these textures that are being used on the models are not like accurate. They don't have the material data. Mindful of the door. Maybe I could move this a little bit forward so you can actually like crouch underneath. I don't know. Oh no. What? That's not metal? Fuck that shit. That's from a prop, I think. What? How's that not metal? Metal. Blend. That's a fucking lie. I'm gonna replace all of those. I know I could do it from the menu, but I'm just gonna go like this. It's nice. It's fun. It is fun. Where else? It's so weird. Also, I could like just replace all of these and just like recolor them. Fit. Let's see. These do look nicer. Then I can replace the colors. Blue. Bluer. See? Yeah, that's so nice. Very nice. Hmm. And then I'm gonna make this. It's gonna be symbolic orange. And then this one is gonna be yellow. It's like T-side color. Aha. Very nice. Yeah. This is like close to CT, you know, it makes sense. CT color. This is gonna be darker green. This is gonna be nice minty green. See? I love doing this. This is so much fun. What would we call this? I think this could be like a reddish, kind of deeper red. Oh, pink. I love that. This has to be like a deep dark. Let's put like orangey something. No, that doesn't look nice. Peach. It's like pink and orange. That'll do. Then I can use a nicer pink here. Yeah, that's the best decision I've ever made. Actually changing the colors. I want this top one to be this color. It's more like a grape or banana, the top one, and then this one can be a little bit darker of a yellow. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Let's make that. That's cool. Okay, awesome. Yeah, you have yellow, you have orange. Oh, these two. I guess this could be... I like the white. I do want the B-side to be like more greenish. I like the minty blue. Very fresh colors, right? Yeah, maybe I'll color code them differently later on. But we have blue, we have yellow, orange, red. Like a proper red doesn't really... I could use, like, I could change this into being like actual red and then use the same colors here on the T-side containers. Rightio. I'm gonna add a roof on B side at some point. Oh, maybe I could make this be this fence texture. Makes a nice sound. Why didn't I think of that earlier? 2. Yeah, that's nice. Makes a sound. Let's put that there. What did it even change? Probably not that much. All right, I think that's gonna do it for the video. Recorded for an hour for your pleasure. I'll be doing some more of this later, but yeah, don't want to spread these episodes to be too long, even though I'm not necessarily following like an episodic structure here, but you know how it is. Yeah. See you guys in the next one. Take care. Ta-ta. Thanks for the comments. Also, I've been loving reading the comments. Yeah, post more of those. That's fun. All right. Cheers.